Well, tonight is a bit of a departure for me. I've never done this in public before.
Whoa.
This is Tales from Granny's Blanket. What I am wearing. The ones at the front can see. We just had a conversation. If you want to know the details of how I made this and why it was made, I'll tell you later. There's not enough time tonight. So, Granny's Blanket. Sitting in her chair, a blanket on her knee, she looks out at the world from where she used to be. Behind those tired eyes, her mind remembers clear when the child in her was happy, content, had no fear. The windows in her room, they let in a little light to remind her she's alive, to remind her it's all right. A smiling face so young welcomes in her day, but she can't hear him speaking, doesn't know just what to say. So she runs through the fields in her dreams. She can hear voices calling with the sun on her back, looking high for the breeze in the trees, running barefoot, bold and free. Void of conversation, she's hurried on along, to wash and dress for breakfast. How could all this be wrong? Has anybody asked her? And does anybody care about the girl inside the shell, not wanting to be there? So she runs through the fields in her dreams. She can hear voices calling with the sun on her back, looking high for the breeze in the trees, running barefoot, bold and free. Will life go on regardless until it's time to go? Or will someone notice that she's trying to say no? Her world's a chair and blanket to keep her from the cold, and she doesn't see the sympathy. She's slowly growing old. Bit of a sad one to start on, a bit nerve-wracking, but it is all about grandmothers, in particular my grandma. She wasn't grandma to me, she was Nana, because I come from the South Wales, Welsh Valleys. Nana was something else. She was a tour de force, I think you could say, in all sorts of ways. This all started when I wrote a poem a while back, and I came across it in a book of mine. And I will use the words because poetry is a bit different to singing a song. So this is really what she was like. Not sad at all. She was bonkers, but I don't know where I get it from, really. My Nana. Sun and sand, sea and shore, lollipop colours glistening in the hazy heat. Sticky lemonade glass covered in sand, days passing by, years rolling on. Where did they go? Where have they gone? My Nana laughing as the cold seawater splashes over my head and my arms and my legs, and then with asbestos-like fingers clutches that hot tea in a flimsy cup. Out come the sandwiches. Always egg. If we're good, we'll have an ice cream and try not to drop it in the sand. And as we dredge the rock pools for crab shells and jellyfish, there's one! Look, Nana, look! Careful now, don't slip. Ah, too late. Come over by here and I'll dry those tears with a corner of my hanky, which she produced as if by magic from a hidden place in her clothing. Well, the sun goes down and we all pile into Pop's pale blue Morris Minor, heading home to bed with dreams to dream and memories to cherish. My Nana. So this is another first. This has never been sung anywhere in public before. Not ever, never. My Nana was a bit wild at times, I have to say. I think she was clever. I never saw her read a book. I never saw her read a newspaper. But she could read a knitting pattern at 40 paces. She was one of the few people I have ever seen, and any knitters out there. She could knit a Fair Isle pattern, well, with no pattern, whilst watching television, and not drop a stitch. She was amazing. And she could bake for England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland. She knew how to bake. Never weighed anything. Cup of this, cup of that, bit of this, handful of those, and there you'd have it. 10,000 Welsh cakes. So my last memory of my Nana was waving goodbye as we visited her for the day. She was sadly ended her days, and I think it's a bit sad you end your days in a nursing home. Hence the blanket and all that singing about being in a nursing home. But sometimes it's safer, and it certainly was for her, because she became a danger to herself. So if you can imagine for a minute, I am my Nana. Well, it was lovely to see Linda and the babies today. Oh, do. They're gorgeous, them little cherubs. Lovely. But then they had to go home, see? They had to go home and well, it'll be time for my tea soon, and it'll be time for bed, and then I'll have to have a wash. And yeah, well, I understand. They got to go and can't stay forever. Mind you, they're not gone yet, because I can still see the car in the car park. I could wave from the window. Yes, I'll wave from the window. Where are they? Oh, there they are. I can see them. Oh, let's open the window a bit. Yeah, open the window. Now, where's my hanky? Oh, wave my hanky. They'll see me. Yes, they're waving. They're waving. They're laughing. They're waving. Bye. Bye. Now, how am I going to get down off this bedside cabinet? And she did. She climbed up onto the bedside cabinet to open the top window and wave with her hanky. And she was 86, bless her. So this next little song is about a different kind of hanky. This is about a flag. This is about, I like to explain my songs a little bit, otherwise they're absolute nonsense. It's about setting your goals and sticking to your path and keeping on going. And that was her. So this is Neptune Sun. It's got a bit of a chorus you might pick up as we go along. He took a nail and fixed his flag. The wood was cracked and dry. The task it wasn't easy, but he knew he had to try. Standing Looking back to view his work, he wondered would it last. His flag it fluttered in the breeze atop the swinging mast, and the cold wind blew as the rain had lashed the day. Sailors all were calling, his ship towards the rocks was sailing. Neptune's sons their heads were raising, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep they sang. That's your bit. Remember it next time round. Bitter trials he overcame, sometimes he did succeed, striving hard for those he loved with every word and deed. Looking back upon his life to where the die was cast, his flag it fluttered in the breeze atop the swaying mast, and the cold wind blew as the rain had lashed the day. Sailors all were calling, his ship towards the rocks was sailing. Neptune's sons their heads were raising, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep they sang. Now light of day has turned to dark, now his life must end. He leaves behind all those he loved, to nature he must bend, raising up his weary head. This breath might be the last. Looking up, he sees his flag atop the swaying mast, and the cold wind blows as the rain it lashes the day. Sailors all were calling, his ship towards the rocks was sailing. Neptune's sons their heads were raising, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep, foam and fathom deep they sang, foam and fathom deep they sang. I can hear a full orchestra on that one. I can afford it. So some of these songs are on albums I brought with me tonight. That one isn't. So if you wanted that one, sorry. So where do we go from here? Grandparents, family. I think as we all get older, we realise the importance of family. I never got on with my mum, and I don't particularly get on with my siblings. I was the odd one out. There's always one, there were four of us, and I was kind of halfway into the middle. Two older brothers who thought I was a silly little girl, and a sister 5 years younger than me who wanted all the attention. So life was tricky sometimes. But family, they're always there when you really need them. That blood is thicker than water thing, it means something, doesn't it? And I think as you get older, I think there's one or two older people in tonight about my kind of age. You might understand how important this family thing is, and it's great when you know that no matter how much you argue, bicker or whatever, if you really need them and chips are down, they'll be there. So this is a song called Held in Trust, which I kind of wrote for my dad, but it's a bit relevant to families and grandparents. My dad was the only child. Now, Grandma was a bit of a wild thing. So I wonder, I've been looking at ancestry.co.uk. I found out some interesting things. And there was only one child. I wonder why. The day is dark, the night is long, shadows hide the sun, but you are there to guide the way until my time is done. Chorus for you guys. Love can cross the seas, reach the highest peaks. Love can span the oceans deep and bring you close to me. Simple one really, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say an O-level one, it's a GCSE one, isn't it? So give it a go. Love can cross the seas, reach the highest peaks. Love can span the ocean's deep and bring you close to me. Love can cross the seas, reach the highest peaks. Love can span the oceans deep and bring you close to me. Lovely, thank you. And so I know you understood when I was far away. Miles were merely tiny steps on the road to hear you say, love can cross the seas, reach the highest peaks. Love can span the oceans deep and bring you close to me. My songs for you, like tiny beads on fragile strands of hair. Every word a precious gem you held in trust with loving care. Love can cross the seas, reach the highest peaks. Love can span the oceans deep and bring you close to me. Kev, I've got 2 songs left. Sue, can I do 2 quick ones?
I'm just trying to check the time. Yes, 2.
Good, that's the right answer. Because you're singing so well, I want you to sing another one now. That song, by the way, that I just did, Held in Trust, it's on the Emily's Rainbow album. And I'm going to plug it because I think it's gorgeous. It's got Mike Silver playing guitar on it, and yours truly, and a lovely lady called Kate Riaz playing cello, and it's makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up when she plays that cello. Forget the song, the cello's just great. Okay. If you'd like to hold hands during this, please feel free. But you don't have to. Hold your own hand, you don't have to. You don't mind. Ladies. singing in a whole new light. So, the chorus is so easy, I won't insult you. It's not even a CSE. It's not even a SATS test. That's if I remember how it goes. We're nearly there. I raised my knee as the boys teased and fought. I wanted to call your name, but I knew you'd come at the end of the day with those loving words to say. This is your bet. Take my hand and we'll walk for a while. Take my hand and we'll sit here. Take my hand and we'll smile in a while. And tomorrow we'll be singing. It's cold out here on these dark foreign shores. My home's so far away, but my thoughts return to a much warmer day as you softly say to me, take my hand and we'll walk for a while. Take my hand and we'll sit here. Take my hand and we'll smile in a while. And tomorrow we'll be singing. Here in my room, there's a picture of you. I kiss it every day. And I hold you here, oh so deep in my heart. And your eyes, they say to me, take my hand and we'll walk for a while. Take my hand and we'll sit here. Take my hand and we'll smile in a while. And tomorrow we'll be singing. For tomorrow we'll be singing. Well sung, thank you. Enough wrist lashing. It is a folk club, isn't it? Would you like something a bit happier now? You see, my purpose in life, I remember once, this is a long time ago now, over in Bedford, I ended up, it's by a series of accidents, playing support for the Hayseed Dixie band. And I was a bit kind of, I don't think they're going to like this. The people come to see them, not me, and I'm going to get up there and do my stuff. And I said to them in the green room beforehand, I said, you don't mind me doing this, do you? And he went, honey, as long as you make us sound good, you can be as rubbish as you like. But they were great guys, and they invited me up onto stage to sing the last song with them, to do harmonies and stuff, so it was something I will always remember. There are lots of nice people out there in this music business, and I count them as nice ones. There might not be, of course. Right, clocks. It's time for that song, folks. We're going to look behind the clock. Do you remember those mantel shelf clocks with the Westminster chimes or whatever? Well, grandparents had one of those, my mum had one, I think most of the family had them. Don't know what happened to them. What will we do? We've been so digitised, where are all the clocks gone?
I've got them all.
Have you got them all? They're all round to yours then, to get our bits of tick-tock tick. But there's nothing quite like a clock ticking. And you get used to it. They don't keep you awake, do they? When they stop, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you keep behind the clock? My grandma, back to Nana again, she used to put letters and bills and anything really that she could think of, and it's somewhere to put it. Oh, behind the clock. She probably kept recipes there that she never read. Knitting patterns she never needed, but they're all behind the clock. How the clock didn't fall off the shelf, I don't know. It didn't. This is behind the clock.